a time when you just embrace bad energy. Like you've always been a guy. Like if you come outside, I feel like you're a guy that you're gonna just deliver good energy.
Right. Because I mean that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good dude. I mean, at the risk of, you know what I'm saying, over flattering myself, but like, you know what I'm saying, I'm simple, you know what I'm saying, and I like to, I see what's in people. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see people.
Yo. I know y'all been waiting on me. Y'all been waiting on me for a minute. But I'm here tonight. I'm most definitely here tonight. I'm most definitely here tonight. Man, y'all see, we supposed to been did this last night, but Sunday night just was having technical difficulties Monday night. Darlene, hey, how's it going? Was having technical difficulties Monday night. Couldn't come on Sunday night, couldn't bring it live the way that I wanted to bring it live. But y'all know we coming with the adult conversation. Adult talk part 1. Communication. I hope everybody's doing well. What up, James? Gype. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope life has been treating everybody spectacular. It's your boy, man. I'm coming back. I'm rejuvenated. I'm feeling better than I ever did before. You know, I'm feeling better than I ever done before. And I just want to talk about some things that we all may have experienced at some point in time. We all have experienced something dealing with communication at some point of time in our life. We have all dealt with some form of communication, with the lack thereof communication, excellent communication, no communication. You know, I want to talk to the people, and we want to talk about communication. You know, this is for the grown, this is for the sexy, this is for the adults, the mature audience. You know, uh, this is for the mature audience. I'm gonna let a few people come on in because it's your boy. I've been had this live posted. People probably think, nah, he ain't on there. You know, he been had that live posted for a few days. This, that, and the third. He ain't on there, so I gotta help get the live out. So I hope everybody's been doing good. You know, it's football season again, so that's a good thing. With football being back around, that's a great thing. Now Sundays is more like football Sundays, so it's more so chilling, relaxing, watching some football, eating some good food. That's what Sundays are about now. But tonight we're gonna talk about communication. We're gonna talk about what does it take to communicate. What does it take to communicate? Yeah, 49ers went crazy last night. The 49ers went crazy last night. Yeah, the Rams are having some issues. The Rams are having some real issues over there. They can't seem to get it together. But we're gonna talk about 10 ways to have good communication. We talking about having good communication. We want to keep things on a positive vibe over here. We don't keep things on the up and up. Oh yeah, red zone is where it's at. Every NFL touchdown, play by play. In the red zone, it go down. In the red zone, it goes down. Like I say, I want to shout out to everyone who supported me, everyone who sent me encouraging messages, during my time down. I want to thank everybody for the support, everybody for the love. It was most definitely necessary, most definitely needed, because at that point in time, things was a little difficult, but no, tough times don't last long. Tough people do. I'm one of those tough people. We see we have some pointers as well on the stream. 10 ways to have good communication. We got pointers on the stream. We got 10 pointers on the stream. What's up, Lady Vanna? Exotic Candles, what's up? Fantasia. I feel like communications is one of the most important things to any type of relationship, whether it's a relationship with a spouse, a working relationship, a business relationship, just any type of relationship you have in life. Communication is one of the most important. Communications is one of the most pivotal things that you must have when it comes to dealing with another person, period. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to communicate when it comes to dealing with others. You have to be able to communicate your intentions. You have to be able to communicate your reasons. You got to be able to communicate your whys. You let your yes be your yeses and let your no's be your no's. That's something that, I heard from a significant person in my life that told me about. You got to start letting your yeses be your yeses and let your no's be your no's. So when you learn to communicate, communication is, you can't do nothing without communicating. If your communication is not up to par when it comes to dealing with people or environments or anything of that nature, guess what? You're not going to succeed. You're going to be left behind. You're going to be looked at as the problem, because guess what? You're not trying to communicate with people and let them know your intentions. So when people don't know your intentions, that leaves room for them to assume. Fantasia, you at work tonight? Are you at work, Fantasia? Because I would like to get people up tonight. Hopefully, people get on the panel. Hopefully, people want to participate. I want to know I want to hear other people's opinion and what they think about communication. And we can go through some of these 10 ways to have good communication. I want to go over some of these pointers. I want to go over some of these pointers to see what people think about. Are these some good tips? What do y'all think about these 10 tips that these people suggest? 10 ways to have good communication. We got create a safe environment, keep healthy boundaries, have realistic expectations, stop focusing on being right. Like, man, these are some good pointers. Like, these are some good pointers. And a lot of us, no matter, we may do one thing here or one thing there, but none of us do all things perfect. None of us do all things right because we all, where some communicate, not only just communicate with our friends, our co-workers, our spouse, things. We got to be able to communicate with our children. We got to be able to communicate with their teachers. We got to be able to communicate with the principals. We got to be able to communicate with the store employees when we going into these stores. Like, communication is so big in our life to the point that where people don't realize how important communication is. Communication is probably about 60% of your life. 60 to 70% of your life is about communicating with people. Letting helping people to understand your intentions. Telling people how you feel. Telling someone what you're going to deal with. You don't want people to go around assuming nothing about you, or assuming that you're pissed off, or assuming that you feel good when you're not feeling good, assuming that you got an attitude when you're actually happy. So you have to come up with ways of communicating with people and let them know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people form opinions of me, even though I know I'm big by opinion. Yeah, true enough. But I don't like when people form opinions of me. So I'm heavy on the communication. Look, I tell you how I feel. I don't want you assuming I'm mad because of this. I don't want you assuming I'm pissed off. I don't want you to assume that I'm okay. I want you to know. So if I want you to know, that means I must tell you. That means I must tell you, look, man, I don't like that shit you did. If I gotta communicate, that means I gotta communicate. But I know communication could prevent a lot of problems. Communication could prevent a lot of problems. So so we had these 10 pointers, and also someone I took this as well for communication. 5 common things people with good communication skill have. So these are 5 common things that people with good communication skills have. You know, 5 common things that people with good communication skill have. Uh, One thing is they are confident in their voice. Good communicators have confidence in their voice that easily motivates the listener. So if you don't talk with confidence, which means if you talking and you sound depressed, what that's going to make somebody who listen to you feel? How that's going to make the listener feel? They going to feel depressed. They going to say, I don't want to hear this, or I'm tired of coming over here and listening to this. Every time I come over here, you sound like you're down. Every time I talk to you on the phone, you complaining, this, that, and the third. So when it comes to communicating, man, you have to, people like to hear energy. When you talk, your voice is energy. Your body language is energy. So when you're having a conversation, people can tell, people will assume. I ain't gonna say people can tell. People will assume by your body language that, you may feel some type of way, or what is this, or what is that, like, other than when you talk and you get to other people with good energy. But when you bring in bad energy into a conversation, guess what? That bad energy is going to rub off on other people. So you have to be very mindful when communicating. You know what I'm saying? Have that, put some energy in your voice when you talking to somebody. You go on an interview, you trying to communicate to an employer why they should choose you, why they should give you this job. If you sitting there talking like, yeah, man, you should give me this job because, man, I really need this job, man. You know, man, I'm trying to be able to go out on the weekend. Like, you know, what employer finna hire you sitting there talking like that in an interview? You know, you up in the interview process, you talking like you talking to one of your homeboys. So when you communicate, first, you know, your voice is everything. The way you come off when you start to speak to someone, that means a lot to the person that's listening to you. When they hear you talk, we all have those people that we be like. We all have people that we be like, when we hear them open their mouth, we be like, oh hell. You know, we all have those type of people that when we hear them talk, we be like, oh shit. Man, what the like, man, why? You know, we all had them. We all know those type of people. We all know those. We know people that's like that. That soon they open their mouth, you be like, you just drop your head because they voice, the energy in their voice, it doesn't match. You know, it doesn't match with how you feel. You know, they don't have that motivation in their voice. They don't have that confidence in their voice. You know, how do I expect you to believe something that's coming out of my mouth when I can't even say it in a convincing manner to even believe myself? Can you make that make sense? Makes sense. You can't make that make sense. Number two, they talk to the point. They don't just speak out something to make. Hold on, because I'm reading off my screen. Let me go back. Let me go to the screenshot and read off my phone. That's better for me. It says they talk to the point. They don't just speak out something to make people happy, but they speak the truth and to the points. Their talks are very powerful that change the listener's mind positively. Now, who does that sound like? Now, this right here, this says 5 common things people with good communication skills have. Now, when y'all hear Big Vi talk to y'all, now this I can I pat myself on the back at this point, at this point. Point number 2, I tap myself on the back because it say people with good communication skill have. They talk to the point. I feel like I'm a type of person that talks to the point. I talk to the point. I drive the message. I drive the message to make sure that the message get across. It say they don't just speak out something to make people happy, but they speak the truth and to the points. Their talks are very powerful that changes the listener's mind positively. I pat myself on the back because guess what? I feel as though they're speaking to me. That's the way that I talk. Number 3, ask questions in between. These people ask questions in between to make sure that the listeners are getting the exact message. So if you're talking to somebody and you just talking, you don't even know if these people even following you no more. You don't even know if they even listening to you no more. You're just talking. Now you like, man, you know, you go ask the person, what's the last thing you heard me say? They're like, shit, man, I don't even remember, man. I've been lost. I've been lost you. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk to people, you have to ask questions. Hey, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get the message? Do you have any questions? You want to make sure the person that you are communicating with is on the same page as you. Even though they may not be on the same level as you, the person that you're communicating with, you want to make sure that that person is on the same page as you. It's something when a person could break things down to help you understand what they're talking about, because you don't want people to just be following you, or say they following you and they're not understanding what you're saying. They're not getting the message. You know, you're just talking. You know, you don't want to just be talking. For me, you know, when I talk in a way to I try to motivate people. I want people to understand what I'm saying. I want people to follow me, you know, as I speak. I like for people to follow me as I speak, because I want people to understand whatever point it is that I'm trying to make. I want people to make sure that they get it. I remember reading a comment, someone say, "Oh, you don't have to hit on the desk when you making a point." I'm like, look here, who are you to tell me what I should do when I'm trying to make a valid point that I feel, or if I'm trying to get a message across? I'm very passionate about speaking when I speak. So if I want to hit on the desk when I'm speaking, that's what I'm gonna hit on the desk. If I want to kick up dust, I'm gonna kick up dust. No matter whatever it is, when I'm talking to someone and I want to make a point, I'm gonna stress that point. What up, we to keep speaking? What up, JoJo? When I want to make a point, I'm going to talk and I'm going to speak. And I'm going to speak to the point to where I want people to understand whatever it is that I'm trying to say. So there's no misinterpretation. See, you have people sometimes they will say they listening to you, but are they really listening to you? You know, you have people sometimes say they get what you're saying. So you have to, do you really get what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't, but they will just say, "Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, I hear what you're saying. You know, oh, I see what you're saying." That's the easy thing to do. "Oh, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying." Yeah, but then you ask them a question about what it is, the conversation y'all was having, then they can't tell you shit about the conversation y'all just had. So when it comes to communication, and when it comes to communicating, you can't do shit in life without being able to communicate. You have to be able to communicate. There's no type of relationship you can have without being able to communicate. Work relationship, business relationship, relationship with a woman, relationship with a man, your relationship with your kids. It don't matter. You can't have a relationship in life, any type of situation dealing with another person without being able to communicate. You can't. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Excuse me. Got bro on here.
What's happening, bro?
What up, bro?
Man, nothing to it. Just trying to get through the day, man. Just not a,
EJ say he just
just
trying
not
to
a,
get through the day.
yeah, just not a bright day for me today, though. So I had to, hop on and, just to get on this topic.
Oh yeah, not a good day for you. Well, I'm praying for you, brother. No, I don't even need to know what's going on. I'm praying for you, brother, because that's not good news in it. You know, anytime it's not a good day, that's not good news anyway. But yeah, this is the topic tonight. Communication, man. Communication is big. Communication is heavy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but yeah, it is. Yeah,
Uh, let's see. How long you been listening?
I mean, I've been in for a little while though. I had to take a call from my old lady.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this last I'm gonna read this last one off of this page, and then we're gonna go to the other page that I have with the and we really gonna talk about them. We're gonna get on them topics right there on that other page, real and break them down most definitely. And they say this page right here is 5 common things with good communication. 5 common things people with good communication skill have. And It was only 4 that I didn't get the 5th one, but hey, but I'll just read the 4 that I do have. And they say one of them was they are confident in their voice. So they talk to the point, ask questions in between conversations to make sure that people understand what they're trying to articulate. And this 4th one that I got here is to have control on their nonverbal communications. Nonverbal communications mean body language and facial expressions. People who have good communication skills have good control over it. So that means you convincing people when you talk by your body language, by your expression, like when you trying to make points, right? When you trying to get people to engage in what you're saying. So you have to really like this would be something like this would be something good for like salesmen and people who do things like that, because you want the consumer to be able to, follow you when you're talking. So you selling yourself. Anytime you pushing something, you trying to get something out. Like even Big Val P, when I come on my channel, I have to come on my channel and talk a certain way. I gotta have my body language together, my posture. When I'm on my
Right.
camera, So yeah, I agree with those five common things people with good communication skill have. I most definitely agree with those. Yeah, man, I had the live set up. I supposed to been did it. Then I was having some difficulties on Sunday. I'm like, man, that I thought I would have been able to do it. I thought I would have been able to do it yesterday. And then I'm like, dang, I couldn't come on yesterday because of work. So I'm like, damn, I guess we'll try it today. We got Fantasia, my sister, looking all cute and stuff.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I had almost messed up for a second trying to fix this thing. I was trying to see the chat and say hi to everybody. How you feeling today, bro? You okay?
Oh man, I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever.
That's good. That's good. I
Yeah,
feel
EJ
you.
fell off.
Yeah, I almost fell off myself. trying to
Yeah.
trying to be nosy. I was trying to see what's going on in the chat. I
Nah,
almost dropped
don't look
off
like nothing.
myself.
Ain't too much going on in the chat. Look like I say, some people probably don't believe I'm on because I probably came on Sunday and I didn't come on Sunday. Then the line just has been stagnated, just waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm like, well, I know I'm gonna go back. I want to do this live because I feel like this communication topic is one of the topics that been lingering around in my head for a while. And and when I took my break, I say I know when I came back, I wanted to do something different with the adult conversation, the adult talk, and really just talking about things as adults that can help us communicate with each other, deal with each other better, motivate each other, and inspire each other, whatever. Other than the name calling, going back and forth,
Mhm.
I want to be able to just bring a different aspect with this platform to just, help people, help motivate people to keep pushing and keep growing because that's what it's all about.
I feel you. I feel you. So it's the same thing, like my platform and stuff like that, how I try to make it a safe space and, place for everybody and stuff, which is a good thing. Because then you'll be able to grow. And then not only will you be able to grow, but you'll be able to separate yourself from other platforms and stuff that have like drama going on. People will be able to want to get to know you, and not get scared to want to get to know you
Right,
because
right,
they saw you on somebody else's platform that's just like full of drama or, so forth and so on. So I get it.
right,
That's a
right.
good move.
That's why I say, man, I don't know. I was look now. This is something. Now this segment right here, the adult talk, and I know you have your channel, you have your platform, and you do your thing the way you do. But
Mhm.
these are good conversations for a male counterpart and a female counterpart. So the two perspectives, right? They say the best of both worlds. So
Mhm.
how would you feel if me and you? came together on these benches once a week and do these joint lives between me and you, whatever, or you do it on your platform, like I do it on my platform one week, and then you do it on your platform one week, and I come over there, vice versa. We just swap it out, but we have these type of conversations for the mature audience. That's for people to come over and come in and listen and have a conversation like this. And also because I know you working on your watch hours as well, so that would help, bring the traffic over to your channel as well, whatever little traffic I have. But I want that traffic to come because I want you to get to your watch hours so you can get your monetization. So I've been watching, and I've been watching your community wall most definitely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, that would be good. That would be a good thing. I wouldn't mind. Because that'll kind of give me a break from, constantly like making candles and stuff. Not saying like I'm tired of making candles, but I know other people probably like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like I know they look good, but it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Does she do other stuff? Like I do other things and stuff, but it's like I kind of want to take just a little break from it for a while. So yeah, that'd be a good thing to do. I wouldn't, man.
Most
And
definitely.
then, same thing, like whatever subscribers that I have and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind coming over, and stuff. Like, shoot, I barely be having anybody in my chat anyway. So.
I mean, you see how mine look tonight. I've been off, I've been out for about 2 weeks, so I had to step back, and I really had to. I'm like, man, I want to think about some. I'm thinking like, I'm like, dang, what is it that I can do on this platform to kind of like just change it to make it to where people could be able to like have a dope conversation, because like I keep a lot of people that be in my chat, is people that I see in my chat that I don't see other places. So I'm like, well, then I'm starting to see that I got some people that's not in certain places that I go. So for those people, like a lot of people that come back and come in and say what they say or whatever, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need to change things around, and also trying to just create a lane outside of what we've been talking about for the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's another big thing, because a lot of time, like, I still have my content based on that stuff that I've been seeing, but I also want to create another lane of content as well, to where, it's like to engage with the people that come on the panel and that come on the channel and be in the chat, leaving the comments and things like that.
I get that. That's a good move. Again, that's true. I would say do it because again, that's something that I did. You see what I'm saying? That's why I had like you see the certain things that I do and stuff like that. So that way I was able to attract more subscribers and so forth and so on. So do how you feel. It's your platform. If you feel like that's the way you gonna grow, I suggest do it. Don't sleep on it. Go ahead and jump straight to it and do it. That's what I would do, definitely.
All right. So tonight, which was supposed to be Sunday, it was supposed to be Sunday, but I ain't do Sunday. JoJo say I'm sick of it, big boy. Believe it or not. Damn, what's going on, JoJo? But I said, I'm like, well, I gotta do this live because I don't want to keep pushing it back, and I don't want to not do it because when this came to my head, I'm like, this is something that I really want to do. So um, it's a 10 ways to have good communication. 10 ways to have good communication. And one is say create a safe environment. And what we were just speaking about, right?
Yeah.
Something similar to what we were just speaking about. Creating a safe environment. When you hear create a safe environment, what are some of the things that you think about when you hear create a safe environment?
Okay, so do you mean like when it's pertaining to like your
Communication.
platform? Like this,
Oh, it just
okay.
when it pertaining to how you communicate with people, whether it's on your platform, in your workplace, in your home, in public, whatever domain you operate in. Like, why is it
Okay.
important? Why you feel like it's important to create a safe environment?
Ooh, okay, so I believe that it's very important to create a safe environment due to the simple fact of the matter, because if you don't have a safe environment as far as like rules, regulations, it's going to be chaotic. So you have to have some type of safe environment for people to be able to function properly, things like that, especially when it comes to like work or just your platform or just anything like that at a period. You want everybody to feel safe because you want to feel safe. So I'm pretty sure, that's pretty simple.
Right, right,
Like,
right.
yeah.
And I feel like you gotta create a safe. And I feel like a safe environment could be to where, you don't intimidate people to want to come in, you don't intimidate people to want to engage with you. You don't want people to feel as though, you know, man, I'm afraid to say something to Big Vibe because, man, he might go off on me, So,
I got you. I got you.
anything that could make people feel some type of way, to anything can make people form negative opinions. I feel like that is like a not safe environment for you, you know. And then like if you being around toxic people, dealing with toxic people, anything like that. But this number one thing, it falls into the number two thing. So the number one is keep a safe environment, but the number two is keep healthy boundaries.
hmm You definitely do. So, like, okay, for number two, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you think that I'm keeping healthy boundaries on my platform by making everybody a mod? Because I feel like if I make everybody a mod, then nobody can sit here and argue and say, like, oh, well, she blocked me or he blocked me. You see what I'm saying? Because I have some of Oko over there. I have some of the Dream Team over there. I have some other people from all over other places over there and stuff.
Right,
So it's like I try to create that type of, thing where I make everybody a mind. So this way everybody feels like they're safe. They have a voice. They can, voice their opinion, whether it's negative or bad, because I want, like you say, I want the best of both worlds. I want to see, like, okay, if you're thinking a negative type of way or you disagree with something, why do you
right,
disagree with that? I want that. I want to see
right,
both
right, right,
sides. Like, go at it. Because I'm neutral. I'm
right,
straight down the middle. I've always put myself in other people's shoes, things like that. So it's like I want to see, like, come on.
right.
Yeah,
I
for
agree. I
sure.
agree. And I agree with like how you the biggest thing like with you like the boundaries that you set on your page, right? On your
Mm,
channel, right?
mm,
No matter what boundary you set on your channel, and no matter how many people you make moderators on your channel, between all of those people that come on your channel, they have to understand this channel is about Fantasia
mm,
and what Fantasia like. So when Fantasia starts to bend to try and please, which I made a community post yesterday. When you try to please um too many people, it's somehow still like you doing it with the good intentions, but you still can create uh 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 you can create issues because of how some people look. Like the
mm,
most important thing that people have to do is they have to respect the fact that it's your platform. And if it's something that you choose to do, whether they like another person or dislike another person, like I said yesterday, for every one person that you please, you're going to have two or three people displeased with you. So
That's true.
yeah, you never gonna win. But it's never gonna be a balance within that system. So the only system that's gonna ever work is gonna be the system that you feel is best for you. And people will have to respect that because respect is the biggest thing when you come on these platforms.
That's
It
true.
don't matter. People have to make sure that they respect your platform in the way that you designed it to run. So if you cool with this person, you cool with that person. That's like for me growing up in where I'm from in high school, we had we had West Side, we had South Side. You
I'm
know, these
sorry, my
guys
cat.
we got guys from two different sides, but we all played on the same football team. So guess
Mm,
what? Those guys used to beef before practice, but when they got to practice, guess what? We were teammates
right.
because they understood we all play on the same football team. We all have one. We all out here trying to win a football game. And then we leave football practice, and guess what they doing? They back
Mm,
beefing again. But guess
mm,
what? For that, while we in between those lines, they understood it wasn't about you from this side or you from that side. It's about football. So that's
yeah.
how your platform have to be. Regardless of these people from this side or they from that side, guess what? When they come on your platform, this the neutral ground.
Hmm.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's yours, and if they respect you, they're gonna respect the fact that this is something that you want to do with your platform. And guess what? You're not telling nobody they don't have to be over there. But if you can't respect it, then guess what? If you can't respect it, I hope you will not. And I'm hoping you will not disrespect the platform because it's gonna go left.
Hmm.
So that's how that's hopefully I was able to give a good explanation as far as that question that you asked, as far as like you
Yeah.
having OCO sub, OCO people moderators and Dream Team people moderators or whoever you have as moderators. Whatever they do outside your platform is what they do, but when it comes to your platform, it should all be done with respect.
Right. And see, that's why I was saying. That's why I'm like, because I just don't want nobody to feel like, like they can't speak or like they can't say their piece. But it's like I do say, make sure your comments are respectful, regardless of the fact. I do say that.
Right.
So when I do put that there, I always make sure that I'm clear on that. Like, look, y'all can say what y'all want as mine. Y'all can argue, y'all go back and forth,
Mhm.
whatever, however, but just be respectful. So don't get the
Right.
BUSOS. You know what I'm saying? You blah
And,
blah
and
blah.
and most importantly, don't block people without my permission. Because
Exactly.
I know that you got people on here that you don't like. I know you got
Hmm.
people on here you don't like, but guess what? It's my platform, and anybody that get blocked on this platform has to be by my permission.
Right.
So that's keeping the respect. It's all
Yeah.
about respecting Fantasia's platform and how Fantasia want to run the platform
Yeah.
because you don't want people to you don't want certain energy to come around your platform, and then guess what? Like they come on blocking people because they dislike this person, that person. But you let one
Mm.
person run off 10 people.
Yeah.
Other
And
than
see,
telling that, other than telling that one person, well, if it's something that you don't, if you're not comfortable being over here, then how about you just remove yourself? Because I would rather
right.
have these 10 people over here that can communicate than to have one asshole over here just mad because there's people in the chat they don't like.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
So okay, what was that? Keeping the healthy boundaries. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, number
Have
three.
real have realistic expectations.
Okay, what you think about having realistic expectations? Realistic. That's a strong word within itself. That's a strong word within itself. Having realistic expectations. Realistic.
um okay. So I don't want to get into I do want to give it an example. All right, this ain't no shade to nobody. So, all right. So, realistic expectations. Okay, you can't sit here and expect for people not to go to other people's platforms. So you can't say like, don't go over there.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
so like you like real shit, you can't say that. Like that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a realistic expectation. Like, come
yeah. That's a
on.
good point. That's a that's a real good point. No
I'm
lie.
just saying. I'm just
Like
saying.
that's a real good point. Like you, like realistically, you don't want me to go listen and see what this person's saying or what that person's saying, but you want me to listen to you, but you don't want me to listen to anything outside of it. Like no, I gotta go over here and see what they talking about. Like it's just certain, certain. Even though I might not engage in whatever it may be going on, but I want to go hear what this person talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the realistic part of expectations is, obtainable things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have obtainable expectations. Not like people be stretching or like me coming on. I'm gonna have them. I like to set like me some small goals.
Mm,
If I'm trying to get to 1,000, I would start off by saying if I can get 10 to 20 people a day, that's enough for me.
okay.
And if that 10 to 20 overseas, and goes into 30 or 40, 50, then guess what? I'm excited about that. But I will start with the smallest because I know that's the most realist expectation is the smallest. When you put a lot of too much into something, then that's when people start to be let down or they expecting people to do some shit that or expecting somebody to do something that you won't do. Like a lot of
Yeah,
these people tell us that a lot of these people will suggest that we don't go to these platforms, but guess where they be at? On these platforms.
that's true. That's true. Whether they in the bushes or not, they ass be on
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
they do. They
You
be
know,
on there.
I
So it's like,
mean,
don't get mad. Don't be mad at me because I stay high and I'm nice to people.
yeah.
Like,
You know,
shoot,
man,
I just
look, I
sprinkle
just see.
happiness where I go.
I'm like, damn, I should be able to float around these YouTube streets like everybody else. I ain't got no problem with nobody. You
Right,
know,
like I ain't did nothing to nobody. I ain't look, I ain't shoot John. I ain't struck Peter to pay Paul.
nah.
I ain't do none of that. Like leave me alone. I'm just happy. I say hello to everybody. Like leave me alone. So
Right.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I get that.
So okay, and that's the realistic expectation. You would just basically would sum that up to just being not stop expecting people to do things that you ain't willing to do.
Yeah.
Just put it like that. Just
I
simple.
mean, it not even like to even put simply put, just don't really expect nothing from nobody, because at the end of the day, nobody really knows anybody. You can have 1,000 million trillion phone conversations with every and anybody. That don't necessarily mean you know that person.
Right,
Like
right,
knowing a person is actually like spending time with that person, actually physically spending time with that person, like on a daily or at least every other day, or eating dinner with this person, like actually, going through the lines and loopholes and stuff like that of really getting to say, like, I know this person. So it's kind of like, honestly, I don't expect nothing from nobody. If anything, I expect stuff out of myself. So it would be
right.
like you said, setting actual goals and stuff like that. So yeah, don't expect anything from anybody. You just expect stuff from yourself.
Okay, okay, okay. So we done tackled one. We done tackled two. We on to number three. I mean, we
We
on
did
four.
number.
We on four. We on
I
four.
like we
We on
did
four.
number three.
I'm looking at my phone. We on four. We on four.
Look, I ain't got my glasses on. Look, I'm squinting
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm
We
squinting
got
like
a
a one.
comment. We got a comment from Derek. Well, we had
Okay.
Derek. We had a comment from Well, Toy said at times you have to keep communication open and transparent. And then Toy say make your expectations clear. Then that's Miss Bougie. Then Brother Derek said all requires all level of respect from friends, foes, and whoever across the board. Exactly. Respect is big. EJ, what's up? Um, let me know if you want me to drop the link, EJ. Derry say, I believe when it comes to expectations, what I believe when it comes to expectation is it's not that we aim too high and miss, but that we aim too low and hit. If we truly believe it, we can get it. Okay. I mean
That's true.
that's true. That's true. You know, a lot of people don't really believe in the expectations. A lot of people don't believe in the expectations they be having for other people. And that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. But
You
the
know,
that go that still follows in with what me and you were saying, at the end, just just don't expect that from nobody because when you expect you gonna be disappointed, 9 times out of 10. Not all the time, but most of the time. It's like a 50-50, but more on the you know what I'm saying? Like
right. Now this
darn,
is good. Number four is a good number four is a good one. And number four is a good one. And number four, I'm glad that it's a woman because number four is like one of the ones like, come on now. It's a stop focusing on being right. Man, when I tell you, who do you think? I don't know. I feel like men get blamed the most for being wrong. I think that men get the most blame when things ain't right. And I don't know. Probably we probably do we probably do bear most of the weight. But I tell you what, when we right though.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this. And I will be honest.
So do you now I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you something first. First of all, before you go. Now,
Okay.
have you ever been dead ass wrong and argued it as if you was right?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Now, as a woman, now, have you ever been dead ass wrong and argued
Yes.
it as if you was right? Knowing you wrong.
Yes.
Now that is so
Yes.
fine for women to do that.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And then had the nerve to be like, you know what? It's over with. Okay. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about it no more.
Now
Like,
that's now you see why we as guys, like I'm a man, I can admit
mhm.
the perfect is we very far from perfect as me. But one thing about a man, when he's him to make him think any otherwise. He gonna argue that shit. You gonna be trying to go to sleep? We finna no wake your ass up. Let's talk. Let's talk. No, don't go lay down today. I got something to say. No,
Mhm.
cause guess what? We can't hold it. We can't hold it together like women. When you know how women, like you just say, women can be dead wrong and will be grilling you, and the whole time knowing that she wrong, and make you feel so bad. And like damn, you be like, man, I know I ain't done this, that, and the third, but but you just she grill you to the point to where you just like, damn, okay, I did it. And she know you ain't done nothing.
Okay, I did it.
Okay, you right. I'm wrong. You right. Okay. Is
Mhm.
that like what is it when it comes to like communicating that people always want to be right? Why do you think is that people have to be? Why do you think it has to be a right in the situation?
You say, why does it have to be a right in the
Right.
situation? I
Why
mean,
does it have
because
to be right? Because sometimes both people could be. If it's a miscommunication, then both people could be wrong, right?
well, yeah, that's a possibility.
It's a
Yes,
possibility.
that is
So,
true. Just like there's a possibility that two people could be right at the same time.
same time. Okay,
So
yeah, that's
yeah,
good. That's a very good. That's a very great point too, because because we have different we have different views, right?
yeah,
If we going around the block, you might make a square and come back. I might make a circle, but
right.
it's the same difference.
Yeah. So it's like basically the point of how some people are like two people will argue the same scenario, but they'll
Yeah,
have like a different point in making the point stick. So
right.
therefore they're both like, nah, it's like this. And then in the end they realize, man, I just said what you said, but it was just a
Yeah,
different way. Yeah, so
we
like
saying
that.
the same thing. You just said it in a different way. You know
Yeah.
what? Come on, let's go lay down and turn the
Yep.
lights out.
Yep. Yeah. Like
Okay.
okay, so mine was some stupid junk. Like basically, I work so much, to the point where sometimes I miss my days. So
Yeah.
certain days, it'll be like, say for instance, it'll be Wednesday. I'm sitting up here like, damn, it's fucking Thursday already. This skip the damn head and shit because I didn't work, so much. So
Yeah.
I would have arguments like, I did this on Thursday, or I did this on such and such day. And then the person just looking at me like, but today is such and such. And I'll be sitting there like, nah, and I get quiet real
Yeah.
quick,
Let me
like,
show you. You have
oh.
to pull out your phone and look at the date. Like, damn.
Yep.
Shit, he was right.
So
And
at
you be
that
like,
point, I'm just like, you know what? You right. Let's just not talk about it no more. Or I'll bust out laughing just real hard. Like, I am so sorry. like, like, oh
but at
Lord.
least you will apologize. Some people won't even apologize when they wrong.
Mm.
They like F you. Like you gonna be like that. You gonna be that hard. You gotta be that hard. Like, are you serious? You
Let's
know?
see. Yeah, I done been through that before. Cause it's like, okay, now I will admit when I am wrong. That's one thing I can say because
Is it
I'm
hard for
not.
you to admit that?
No, it's not. It's not hard at all. It's really truly not hard at all. Cause I'm just that type of person. Again, I always put myself in other people's shoes before I even do things because I don't want to do something that's gonna hurt somebody. And in the long run, karma could get me. And then I could end up getting hurt that same way. And that's the first thing I'm gonna think about when I regret something is, damn, I shouldn't have did that to that person. You see what I'm saying? Now I see how this person feels. So in order for me not to have that happen, you can say I am a God fearing woman, okay? So I try to live as righteously as possible. So therefore, when I do make a mistake, I will immediately correct it and apologize. It's not gonna take, a whole drawn out thing or argument or whatever. No, I'm just gonna simply say, you know what, you right, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I thought it was X, Y, and Z. I get what you're saying. Blah 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 blah. Do you accept my apology? Wham, wham, wham. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like, be
And
adult
does
about
that
your
and
stuff.
does that help? And what does that do for the like? What does that do for the like communication with you and that person when you are willing to, when you are able to admit and say, "Hey, I'm wrong, or I misunderstood what you're saying," or whatever the situation may be. Like, does that strengthen the relationship between you and the person that you may be going through that situation with?
It does, because that actually helps that person and helps other people look at you as a lot of things, like, you're a good person, you're trustworthy, you kind of break barriers as far as in a good way. So you're setting a good bridge towards getting to know that person even better, and have a better understanding. So this way you don't, have somebody looking at you like, man, this bee is dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people will snap off on you like that, because they'll take the way you think or certain things that you do, and they'll automatically like either judge you or put labels on you, like, this person is really dumb, like this girl really thought X, Y, and Z. So it's kind of like, no, you don't want those type of negative static between y'all, because then that person and you are not going to be able to build or get closer, or anything like that. It's going to be an issue somewhere where that person is going to be like, the buck stops here.
Right, right, right.
So if you are open, be yourself and honest, and you willing to accept any type of consequences that might come your way, whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever, however the situation may be, just be a stand-up person. If you big bad enough to push something out, be big bad enough to say you sorry, when you wrong, or just say you wrong.
That's important.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, you know what? You just gave a great example of accountability.
Boom. Yep. And that's
A
that's
great,
something that we don't have a lot of nowadays, is accountability and stuff. And I see that a lot. It's more of the, well, this person did it, so I could do it too, or nobody said anything when this person was doing this. But it's like, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that because, again, you don't know this person's everyday life. So you can't say like this person don't have somebody in their corner as well saying, hey, don't do that. Then don't do da 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 da. You see,
right, right,
but it just is all on the actual individual in the end. You can lead a person to the water, but you can't make them drink it,
right, right.
whether it's positive or not. It's on that person, you know.
Okay, so you ready to move on to number four? Number five.
Yeah. Number
Number five.
5.
We on five. We done made it down to five.
Okay, say listen to understand, not counter. Okay. Oh, that's good.
That's a
Okay.
real good.
That is a good one, because that's like argument, being
Yeah,
argumentative.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie, I'm very argumentative.
You know,
I, I'm Pisces. I don't be playing that shit. I come with it. I
right.
come with it. I be like, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna put it to you like this. If I feel like I'm being sincere and passionate about my situation, I'm okay. In the words of Erica Badu, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my stuff. Okay, so watch what you do, okay? Just
Right.
watch what you do. I'm pretty sure that goes with anybody and everybody, especially if you feel like you're right. I mean, that's the whole point of a debate, slash argument. But I kind of feel that nowadays people are just too quick to argue instead of actually debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I mean by what's the difference between the two is, again, you have more people ready and willing to jump down each other's throats, like, kick your a, woo woo woo
Yeah.
woo. But you're not really getting your point across, and even if you are, you're coming off as ignorant, violent, and a person that I don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just all in all, just dramatic, just all that. Like I cannot deal with you. I can't talk to you. So um I would say it would be better if people was able to sit down and just talk, you know? Like, hey, um, I don't like the fact that you did this the other day. I saw this, that, and the third, you
Right.
know. But then you will have some people coming in like, I don't give a F, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and
Well,
so,
you
da da
did
da da.
this.
Da.
You know what I'm
Right, you
saying?
see?
You
So
know.
it doesn't get anywhere, and it gets more and more high school and childish because now you got this person mad at you because you trying to talk to this person, but you like, okay, y'all beef don't got nothing to do with me, like, you know, all that type of stuff. It's a lot. So yeah.
Right. But
What would
okay.
you
Well,
say?
what I would say,
Yeah.
what would Big Vi say? What would Big Vi say? Big Vi, the Big Vi in me, the bigger me, the new me, the new and improved me. You know, I feel as though I feel like people have to, like, with communication. You can't let, with communication and listening to understand and not to counter. I feel like
Mhm.
we have to stop waiting until it's mad day to want to communicate, or we got to stop waiting until it's mad day to express how we feel about things that happen Wednesday, Monday, but today Friday. You know, I feel as though we have to express we have to express issues when they are presented. Therefore, you know, and we have to be just as good of a listener as we are a talker. And the
Mm,
listening part goes to, if I come to my significant other, my son, my boss man, a coworker, and everything, say, hey, you know, I don't like the way this happened. You know, and this
mm,
is why I don't like this. This is why I don't agree with how this went down. You know, instead of a person saying, well, you know what, I can understand where you coming from, they'll be like, they'll try to give you, they will try to justify whatever
mhm.
your problem is. And so that's one of the biggest issues that we have in relationships, is that when your partner is trying to voice a concern, you come with justification for your action.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not needed. Justification is not needed. If this person say they feel this type of way, instead of trying to justify why you did what you did, how about you say, well, you know what? I didn't know it offended you, so I'm gonna work on it. You know, or what
Mhm.
can I do to make that part better? You know, but we live in a world now where, you know, if someone do something that you dislike, you know, they'll blame you for them doing it, or they will try to justify the reason for them doing it. So it doesn't get nowhere. Now you create an
Yeah.
argument by trying to justify something that made another person feel bad that you did, and instead of you taking accountability for it, you try to justify it. Now you got an argument again, you know, and then you try to figure this out. It ain't no figuring it out. If I voice a concern, then the only thing you should be like, well, you know, ask me like why you feel that way. You know, well, I didn't know it made you feel that way, and you know what, I'm willing to do or try. Well, next time I try to do something different, so you don't feel offended by whatever it was that I done, you know, or whatever it was that I didn't do, you know. So
Yeah.
when you take that part out of it, you know, people try to justify, and that's what you, and like when they say counter, like if I say something, then you come back and say, well, I did this because of this, or I did this because you didn't do this. Like that's a
Mhm.
counter. Like every time I say voice my opinion, then you got a reason for why you did it, or you got a reason why you didn't do it, or whatever. And it shouldn't be like that, because if, and that goes for both parts. If someone come to me and tell me something about myself, because guess what? We may not see things that we do to be offensive to others, because right, ourselves, we can't see our own actions. We just moving the way we move, right? So if we doing
Mm-hmm.
something that may offend another person, the only way that we gonna know it's offensive is if, guess what? They come and tell us like, hey man, what you did that offended me. Instead of me saying, man, F you, I don't care, this who I am, well then, my bad, bro, I ain't mean to offend you, or my bad, queen, I ain't mean to offend you, whatever, next time I, clean it up a little bit. So, whatever the situation may be. So it just take accountability when someone come tell you something about something you do that may have offended them or made them feel some type of way or whatever the situation may be, other than just, taking it, I'm me and you, just say, take accountability and say, you know what, you know, all right, I didn't know, I didn't try to do it or I didn't mean to do it. And next time, I'll make sure I consider that, when I do what I'm doing, whatever the situation may be. And that goes back to how we run our platform. We
Mm-hmm.
everybody don't want to drum on their platform. Everybody don't. Some people do. It's just it's our everyday life. You know,
It
if you get
just
on
it
you
just
get on your
sucks
panel and
though.
you talk about something that you talk about, somebody might get mad. You're not doing it for them to get mad. So why should you argue with them because they feel some way about something that you had no intentions on rubbing someone the wrong way about?
Yeah.
Well, look, if that offended you, sir, or ma'am, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. But you go on some platform, people like, F you, this my mother, this my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They'll make the subscriber feel, like, crap.
that's true. That is true.
And you
And
want
see,
people to
that's
voice their opinion. Go ahead. You go ahead.
yeah, that's true. That's something that I was just about to. You took the words out my mouth. Like you do definitely want some people to, go ahead and voice their opinion for sure. What do I say? Hi sis. Hi Miss Lady T. Hi everybody. Sorry I didn't get a chance to say hello. I just jumped straight in it. But hello everybody. What Toy say? She say, I ain't got my eyes on. Hold on, let's
Say
wait.
I feel listening is a sign of respect. Certain individuals who think they know everything, they often listen to themselves talk and what they feel is more valuable than your feelings.
Mm, that's true. That's true because people will be like, oh, I'm my own person,
Yeah.
and this is that.
I
But
don't give
see,
a F how you
this is
feel.
right. But see, this is where the hypocrisy comes in with me, and it gets to the point where I'll just walk away from that type of person because it's like if I tell you like a baby, it's hot. It's hot, don't touch.
Hmm.
It's hot, don't touch. It's hot, don't touch. And you constantly just jumping your butt in the fire all the time because somebody then did something or said something. Eventually you're gonna start having people walk away from your channel because they're gonna be like, you don't gotta say nothing. Like you don't gotta say nothing. Just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be. Like you got people that love and support and care about you. So don't even let the other stuff, you know what I'm saying, get to you even how you even upset to where you gotta speak on it. Like okay, for instance, when I had that Karen incident,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that, but oh baby, I had to let her have it. And I
Somebody
kind of
came on your page being disrespectful.
yes, bad. And it kind of hurt my feelings because it's like by me having moderators, I felt like I shouldn't have had to see that
Right.
in the comment section. I should not had to see that at all. But that just goes to show, how certain people rock with you and how certain people don't. And I
Hmm.
noticed that as well. So it's kind of like I feel just like how you feel. I'm a back up and I'm gonna do certain things and I'm gonna move a certain way. Don't ask me no questions because if I have to read you after I done kept giving you warning after warning after warning, you know what I'm saying? Like Toy said, be stern in what you mean. So
Right. You have
whoop,
to.
there it is, you know what I'm saying? But but yeah, it's like you can't just keep expecting for people to have your back and you just keep jumping into the fire. Like, that's not okay. Because when somebody ended up getting hurt eventually, it's like, who's gonna really sit there and say, well, I cared enough to tell this person not to, and I really meant it. You know what I'm saying? Versus, oh, I was there egging this person on, sending this person stuff, showing this person like, look, this person said that, look, that person said that. Now you got this person hurt. You had a helping hand in pretty much getting this person hurt. So
Mm-hmm.
it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid, childish all the way around the board. And that's just like I say, the hypocrisy with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you can't holler Black Lives Matter and then you turn around and you pointing negativity at another Black
Man,
life.
I'm
Like, it
telling
don't
you,
work like that. It
it's
don't work
crazy,
like
but that's
that.
why I try to tell individual people. I try to tell individual people, we live in a society where you have to watch for yourself. You
Yeah.
can't allow people to lead. You can't allow people to lead you in a direction when they not even caring about your protection. You know,
Battery in your back. Yeah.
they not caring about whether they not caring about the trickle down effect and how it's gonna affect you because they need you for the moment. You
Mm.
know, like me, I try not to think for the moment. I think longevity. I think like retaliation. I
Mm.
think like who's gonna be affected by the decision that I make. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, this big vile opinion is just this is a platform, this is YouTube. But I have an
Right.
actual life that I really live outside of this. Like I can't talk in my life and just expect shit to happen. It just don't work that way. You know, I
Right.
have to get out and do it. I had to get out and get it. So I can't compromise myself into certain things that may jeopardize my real life. You know, when this platform still gonna be here, if anything happen to me, it's not gonna do nothing for my kids. It's not gonna do nothing for my family. None of that.
Hmm. Yeah. And see, that's the thing that I'm starting to learn, is how to be more humble and not go off, because again, like I said, I had one live recently where I kind of went off in the end, where I was like, certain individuals are fake. And I'm not gonna lie, I said what I said and I meant
Right.
what
Now you
I
have to
said,
speak. You have to speak.
because
If you
it
don't
is
be true
like,
to yourself, Fantasia,
yeah,
you don't
like
be
it just,
true to you, then how can you
mm,
be true to your supporters? How can you
exactly,
be true to people that follow you? You have to be true.
exactly,
If somebody cross you, because first of all, your supporters gonna know if Fantasia talking this way, somebody must have really got out of line.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because you
yeah,
can look over most of it, But that's one
that's
thing I
true.
have learned since being on here. Man, I don't pay this shit no mind. It
Hmm.
ain't I had to take the emotion away from it. You know,
Yeah,
I care about the people that come on here that care about me.
yeah,
I care about the people who want to hear me speak. But anything outside of that, man, I'm not entertaining.
right. And I feel you on that. Cause that's how I get to, like, I get to the point where I get kind of frustrated, because I'm like, I'm actually teaching a actual actual technique that could be passed on to whatever, whoever, for generations to come. Because, say for instance, if the whole world get hit, what do they have? EM or EVP or whatever that bomb is, where all the lights go out. You know what I'm saying? No
Mm-hmm.
electricity. So it's kind of like, you got to think, my profession that I'm in, as far as my entrepreneurship profession, that's something that's gonna always be in commodity. It's never gonna go out. Everybody's gonna always need a candle or some soap to wash their
Right.
body with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm teaching or I'm making this stuff, I get frustrated when I see other people like, they're supposed to be supporting me and stuff like that. And, they're more so in these drama filled channels the most. And it's like, okay, so this is why my watch hours look like this, because y'all just pretty much riding riding a wave of, oh, go follow this person because this person told you to. So therefore I feel like, okay, now I see you don't really mess with me like that. You just riding a bandwave. So now I'm like, okay, well, shoot. So now it's time to start. Guess what? Cutting the grass. You know what I'm saying? Cut the grass. Taking wrenches now. And it's like, it's not about the wrench taking, or not trying to say like, oh, I'm gonna hold this wrench over your head. No, it's not that. It's the fact of, I rather give it to a person that's gonna be in my channel. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna watch what I'm doing. That's gonna actually want to learn these little life things and stuff like that. Because, say for instance, again, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, say for instance, again, the whole world shut down. Okay. If you don't know what type of tree that could give you soap, or what type of, you know what I'm saying, plant that can make you soap, or, you know what I'm saying, or just a loofah, or what type of tree that gives off sap that you can boil down to make the candle wax and stuff like that
Yeah.
with, you gonna be messed up. You gonna be walking around like,
Wow.
I'm black.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't understand why people want to just be so wrapped up in the BS, and it's not contributing to your everyday life. It's not giving you fresh air. It's not giving you positive nothing. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, and it's like, I try to tell people, the energy that you put out is what you get back. Not only that, but also certain things that you are around. This is why people say certain people was at the wrong place, you know what I'm saying, at the wrong time, or they was at the right place but at the wrong time, stuff like that. Because innocent people do end up getting hurt. Why? Because you around negative stuff. So you surrounding yourself with people that your heart is not like, or your mind is not like, but you're just trying to, again, ride the wave. Riding the wave will get you hurt. So it's like, people just don't listen. It's like they don't care anymore. People, like you said, they just, only I do me, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm that. Like, yeah, all right. Until
Crazy.
something go boom, you know what I'm saying? And you gonna be Michael Jackson Thriller in this way. Like, oh. So I'm just saying, like, it's just
When
sad,
we try to
but
communicate with you,
that's
what type of tree you said? Where you get the candle wax from? We try to call when the
he said.
communication is no longer available.
I know that's
Yeah,
right.
they
Exactly.
gonna
Talking
wish they
about what they
would.
what they say. They gonna be like in Harry Potter trying to find owls to send mail and stuff like that, and
Right.
pigeons and stuff to send mail.
It's gonna be too
Like, y'all
late.
better get it. Okay, I'm telling you, look, my house gonna be lit. Okay,
Man.
my house gonna be lit with those boys. Like, look, and I got fresh soap to wash my cootie booty. So now I ain't got time for real. Sure, I ain't playing no games at
I gotta
all.
get some of that soap, though, definitely. I gotta get some of that soap, but
I
having
told you, I'm gonna have to. I was just about to
sensitive
say,
skin.
yeah, I was just about to say, I'm gonna have to just cut you some straight
Somebody
off
was
the.
telling me about some
Just,
oatmeal soap or something, like somebody was telling me something about some type of oatmeal soap or something, like this lady, but I didn't get no soap from her. She was telling me like some type of soap, like
why
it's
you
good.
said it like you guilty? Like, but
I
but
mean,
I
it
ain't.
just the way she was explaining the soap to me is like, no, I'm like, well, then, I know I can't use certain things on my skin. So,
Mm.
she didn't, it wasn't convincing. So
He said it wasn't convincing. I understand. Say,
I
I ain't
donated
bad.
it. Yeah. So
I
so
feel
we
you.
we tackle damn, we tackle number five. What? No, we tackle no, we tackle number five. Okay, now we gotta go number. Yeah,
Yeah,
this a good topic. And when you
it
talking real
is.
stuff like this, when you talking see, if we was over here dragging people, you know,
Mm-hmm.
cursing people out, chat be moving so fast, numbers be through the roof.
you you
Because
already
this is
know.
literally what this is information, information things like that.
Yeah.
People have
Oh, you buffering. Hold on. I can't hear you. It's like I hope I ain't gotta go out and come back in. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Fantasia. I don't know if it's me or Fantasia loading up.
Okay, yeah. That's why I was like, it's one of us
Can y'all
because
still hear me clear?
I can hear you clear now. Can you hear me clear? Hello?
You still hear? Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah. You hear me?
Okay, we in respect.
Okay. Okay.
Empathy.
Express empathy and respect.
You
Okay.
got
So
a definition. I'm gonna give a definition of empathy, and then you can go. And empathy is the ability and share the feelings of another. So it's the ability to understand another person. So express empathy and respect with communication. So what do you think about? Do you feel like are you a good person that expresses empathy for others?
I am. I am a big, big baby. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a I am a big, big baby for other people. I ain't gonna lie. I am. Matter of fact, I had made a post about it when I was saying like pretty much about being a strong black woman. Like I don't get me wrong, I know I'm a strong black woman. Yes, it's okay to say, oh yeah, she's a strong black woman. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I want to shed that, you know what I'm saying, and just be
Right,
a teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm a
right,
teddy bear. You feel me? So I would say I speak, live my life daily when it comes to being an empath. That is a fact, a full known fact. It's like I automatically can pick up people feelings, whether
right,
even if they don't say anything at all. It's like I could just read their face and boom, I could pick it up. And my first thing to do is to ask them, are you okay? You know, um, I'm a firm believer in doing that. Even if I don't know
right,
you, even if I don't know you, you'd be surprised how many people's lives you can actually change by just asking a simple question of, are you okay? And actually mean it, really actually mean, are you okay? Because you'd be surprised. You could actually help that person. You could stop so many people probably from committing suicide by just listening. So yeah, putting yourself in people's shoes.
yeah, that's good. I think I display a lot of empathy for people, especially with how I run my channel. With
Mm,
the prayer that I call out for, everybody, for people, having prayers at the end of the protect like the homeless, the sick and shut in.
I'm listening. I'm still here. I'm just about to warm my food.
You know, control, and no matter what goes on, these things like I always try to motivate people, try to uplift people, push people to move, keep moving, keep pushing. No trouble don't last long. That's one of the things my grandma used to tell me. Trouble don't last long. And also she would also tell me, trouble is easy to get into and it's hard as heck to get out of. My grandma would always come tell me all these different little sayings. A lot of stuff I didn't understand when I was young, but when I became a grown man, it made perfect sense to me. Why she was saying some of the things she was saying. So, um, like I try to have empathy for people. I have, it ain't no try. I have a lot of empathy for people I met, throughout these YouTube platforms that are genuine people that you can look and see in your chat each and every time you come on live consistently. They there, like they waiting to hear from
Yeah.
you. Like when I said I was taking my break, to read some of the messages that people were leaving me, like I'm like, man, like I didn't know I had that type of impact. I didn't know people felt that way. Like people literally saying, like, I come to your platform feeling one way. Every time I leave, I'm feeling a totally different way in a better, different spirit and everything. And I'm like, wow. Like I didn't think that, you know. But it's good to know that people care to hear what I have to say and listen to what I have to say. So
Mhm.
that's a plus. That was most definitely a plus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess we could agree with the empathy thing. We both great at having empathy and respect, especially respect for other people's feelings and their boundaries as well, and not
Mhm.
overstepping and trying to come in and take over and control whatever the situation may be. Like you ain't gotta tell me what's going on. But just know I'm praying for you and hoping the best outcome for you because at some point we all gonna need a prayer. We all gonna hit that spot to where we feel like stopping and giving up. But guess what? When we come back, when it all
Mhm.
boils down, we get back around. Look, come on, man, let's put the gas pedal to the metal, keep pushing. Never
Yeah.
giving up. It's the biggest option.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Uh, they got number 7
It say
is you.
use warm, nonverbal communication.
Now, warm, nonverbal communication. I wonder what do they mean by that? Because
Okay,
nonverbal, that
so
means you're not talking. So would that be
well,
like body language or something?
mm, that's a good one. That's a good one. I wonder why they had it like that.
Eye signal, like eye contact. you
Right. Like what they
know,
mean by that? Yeah, I don't know. Facial
wink
expressions.
your eye, wink your eye. You know what I'm saying? Give you a head nod, like what up? you know what I'm saying? What's up?
I would
This
say
person know. Hey,
facial expressions probably like warm, warm, yeah, like warm
yeah,
facial expressions. That's the only
blushing.
thing that's nonverbal.
she be blushing. Oh yeah, she
Right.
blushing, dog. How
You
you
know?
holding? She blush. She looking at you, bro. She blushing like a mug. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. Right, something like that. That's nonverbal, communication or whatever. Unless
Hey,
they talk about sign language.
that
I
old
know a little bit.
that pointing finger when they say come here.
Sure. I know sign language a little bit. This is lie. Like you lying or you
Yeah.
lie. Yep. And then bald head. ah, so look, look. All right, so look.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though. But you know what though, Fantasia? Something so funny. I just realized. I say, why is it that every time, like our people, like we learn Spanish or any other different language, like we before we learn the actual communication language, like we don't
uh,
want to even know how to say hey, hello, what's up, how you doing, but we'll know every curse word in other languages well before we know the actual words to communicate.
and that's the fact.
You know?
That's the fact. Because that's how I learned sign language by saying, you go, you bald head broke. So literally, you go, you bald head broke. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
if you don't want to hear this, you gonna see it. Goddamn,
Right.
you gonna get this work.
Say,
King
look.
Steve, you say you gonna get this kid.
That's true. That's true. Or or
Okay, we
or you could
got
say broke ninja.
man. See what I'm
So
saying? I ain't never I seen sign language like I know like the eat and the hungry, the burger, they flip their hands back and forth, like different stuff.
yeah.
Like my uncle have has a stepson challenge like that, and he do
Mm.
sign language. He do the crying when he doing is like running his hands down his face.
Yeah. It's a lot though. It's a lot because I have friends that are ASL. So they pretty much they teach me certain things and stuff like that. But the bald head broke, itch. bald head bald head broke itch is pretty much what I had learned from TikTok. And I had asked my ASL friend, was that true? And he's like, you bad. Who keep teaching you this stuff? And I'm like, TikTok.
TikTok is where it's all at.
Right, I'm like TikTok. So he like do it again. So I'm like, okay. So I did it again. And he like, yes, that is correct. But you bad. You bad.
I gotta
So
get me a
yeah.
TikTok. I still ain't got me no TikTok yet.
Yes, get you a TikTok. They show so much more love, I'm telling you. Like my views on my products and stuff like that are
Yeah,
literally like in the 200s. And I'm like really, really blessed that it's like that because over here on the YouTube platform, I don't really get views like that, like on my products and stuff. So to see that on a different platform, my products and just my art period is busting out the water. I'm
yeah,
like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It just make you it kind of okay, it's like a 50-50. It makes you upset and then it kind of makes you happy at the same time. It makes you upset because it makes you feel like, you know, oh, F you too, my work ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it make you want to get on one of those type of episodes. So then it kind of make you go a little bit deeper again. It kind of make you be like, well, you know what? Certain people are really not messing with me. So
uh-huh.
it make you start, like I say, it gets you kind of angry because it's like the fake love, you know what I'm saying? Like the hate be so real, but the love be so fake, and it just be like, oh nah, bro. I'm like, hold on, and then it's like the good side is you getting out there, you're on a different platform. This is a chance to kind of start fresh. So it's kind of like now you know how to edit a little bit more better. You're
Yeah,
learning how to edit. You know what I'm saying? Not only are you learning how to edit a lot better, but you learning how to use different like apps and backgrounds and all this types of stuff. You connected with way more people. um, I would say going on TikTok, you feel like you're gonna go further than what you are on YouTube is what I would say. Definitely.
So do they
That's how I
transfer
kind
your
of
stuff?
feel.
How
Do they transfer what?
how do TikTok work?
Okay, so the way that TikTok works is like you set up your account. When you set up your account, you could link your YouTube channel to your TikTok channel, and say like also if you have a business or whatever, you can link that as well to your TikTok and stuff like that, to where when they go to your profile and they click on it, they can be able just to, excuse me, click the top of the links and stuff to get to like your YouTube channel or whatever other stuff and everything. So pretty much it works just the same, but the only difference is the shorts. So you will be making like a lot of short clips and short clips and short clips because it has a little timer at the bottom that you could make like, I think like a certain amount of seconds when it comes to like the videos. But once you get a certain amount of followers and
Okay, I have
stuff,
to look into the
then
TikTok.
yeah, once you get a certain amount of followers and stuff, then you'll be able to go live and stuff like that. Once you're able to go live, then that's when people will give you gifts and all that stuff. So that's the only similarity part that it comes to being like YouTube is the subscriber count and well they have followings. So the following and subscriber count, you have to have like a certain amount. Same thing for both platforms before you can actually go live. Then, once you are live, people are able to send you gifts and stuff. So the same thing like YouTube with the super chats and all that stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's basically how that
Say
works.
now, man, I ain't up on TikTok at all. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
Okay.
get on TikTok. Get on TikTok. I started TikTok, I want to say like a couple months after Passion Gangster was telling me like get on there and stuff like that. I don't know how many subscribers you need before you are able to actually go live. That part I don't know. But
Okay.
um for the most part, I don't think it'll take you long. It shouldn't take you long either to start getting like followers and stuff like that. Cause right now on my TikTok, I think I only have like 700 and something followers or whatever,
Yeah.
which is still okay and it's pretty decent because I'm like, shoot, I'm making waves. Even if you are like kind of like reposting other people's content or just, sharing their stuff as far as reposting it and sharing it, basically. That's still cool because people appreciate that because you like sharing and you following them and you left a comment. So people look at that and they actually like your comment and talk to you, and stuff like that and communicate. So I would definitely say to me, for right now, since I'm kind of freshly still new to it, I like it for the most part. I feel more welcome. So I can honestly say that once I do go get a chance to go live on there or whatever, I'm definitely gonna bust through the roof. I like it a lot. I'm definitely gonna bust through the roof because you could be your stuff on there. Like they have some of everybody on there. Like you be surprised. Like they got funny, goofy, silly people. They got people that's like me, people that's like you. Like you just it's a good place. I like it so far. To me, it's a safe place. Depends on who vibing with or trying to vibe with and stuff. You gotta be careful too, because there are like some little robot chicks or whatever they call them, where they have like little scammers and stuff. They be trying to make it seem like they like not teenage girls, but girls or whatever and stuff.
Yeah.
They come on there. Yeah, they be, you gotta be careful with that. Those is like spam and stuff. So I get a lot of those, and it be creepy too because it's like I'm not a 30-something-year-old man, and that's what them people be looking for. They like, hey, I'm looking for like a 30-something-year-old man. I be laughing like, what the fuck?
Do I look
I'm
like a
like,
man to you?
exactly, like this is a whole female profile. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But hey, that's what they do. When I get stuff like that, I just delete it. I don't even open it. So
That's
just don't
crazy.
open it. Just delete it. Yeah. But you don't get like you don't get creepy stuff. Like there's nobody that's gonna send you like some creepy stuff besides those little bots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's saying dumb shit like that. But other than that, no, you don't get like no creeps or nothing like that. So that's another good thing too. Um, what else? They will block your profile ASAP if they feel like you are a threat. Like that's one thing they don't play. Like YouTube has kind of like the upper hand with that because at least with YouTube they'll give you warnings and stuff. But
Yeah.
with TikTok, they not gonna give you a warning. They just ban you like quick as hell. They get you quick, and you'll be like, dang. So that's another thing I can definitely say about that. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's cool. Shoot, jump on there and make you one. You'll be surprised, man. You see all types of stuff. Like people be talking about aliens on there. People be talking about how we are the actual indigenous people.
Yeah.
Like, we really don't come from Africa. Like it's a lot of people on there. Then you got some people that's calling us wobbles. You like, oh my God. Like why we all can't get along. Like, I don't know. But that's just how it is though. I mean, it's cool. I like it. You should definitely try. Where's Toy at? Why is she not up here? I'm not understanding. Toy, where you at? Wake up.
Sleep somewhere.
I was saying, wake up. Where's she at? I ain't seen her in a minute. Even though she was in the chat, but still, I need to see my sister's face. I've been over here ready to fight and going through some stuff, like
Man,
really ready to put it to people. Like, do you see these guns, bro? Do you see these? Let me
no
stop.
fight.
Let me stop.
No
Let
fight.
me
No
stop.
fight. No fight. Hey, run away. Run away.
Like for real.
They got a gun.
Say, hold on, wait. What was that one? Week number 5. We
Yeah,
were supposed to
listen.
be number 5.
Listen to understand, not count.
Right.
No fight.
Okay, where we at now?
We on number 8.
Um, number.
Identify underlining issues.
I thought that was underlying. Like,
Yeah,
ooh.
underlying.
Right, underlying. Like, ooh.
That
Who
just
who in
like
here
shit that
underlying?
people don't. Let's go back to like what we were saying. People who like if you do shit today, then they don't talk about it until next week sometime. Like, but they go around holding this shit under their skin, like not speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why they mad, and they just like shit. You know what you did? You like shit. What did I do? If I know what I did, I wouldn't be asking you. You
Nah,
know?
I ain't gonna lie. I felt like that the other day, and I did say that. So, okay, the principal at the school, right? Now, she was one of the many ladies that was sitting in the circle pretty much that suspended my son for being bullied, basically. My
Right.
son was suspended for being for yeah, for some lies. Okay. So every day this lady see me. This is why I need Toy to come up here. Cause I want Toy to get this lady. Like I got somebody for you. So look, okay, so every day this lady, she sees me and she says good morning. But the way she says good morning is like a ha, you know what I'm saying? Like a slap in my face type of
It's fake.
feeling to me. Yeah, it's like it's like I just want to snap off and say like, Heifer, don't say nothing to me. I don't like you. Like I just want to tell her that. But I don't know how to respectfully tell her that because it's not gonna come out respectful because it's like again, you know what you did to my son, like this is on my baby's record and nobody else got in trouble. So it's like you know who I am, you see my daughter, you know that's his sister, and you constantly saying good morning to me in this type of way that's just make me want to just punch you and snatch the wig off you, beat
Yeah.
the brakes out you, just knock the fuck off that bitch, bro. I swear. Like that, okay? So I what I do to avoid her is, and to stop the feeling from happening, I take my daughter to school a little bit behind, not late, just like a little bit behind the time that I would usually take her. So this way I don't see this lady and I can just drop my baby off and I can go on by my little way.
Right.
So that's how I do that. But bro, I swear I be wanting to
Yeah, you gotta learn how to deal with people, man. People be having fucked up days, and they don't take that into consideration when it comes to dealing with other people.
That's
And
true.
you know, I rather for you to not speak to me at all if you ain't gonna be sincere when you do speak to me. You know,
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. So it's just like I don't like her, and it's like I'm trying to learn how to maybe just like, let God handle it, even though I already did, and just take my feelings out of it and just suck it up and say, you know what? Let me be the bigger person. Let me Martin Luther King this, turn the other cheek. Because she only
yeah,
saying, yeah, because just like she only saying good morning. So it kind of make me reflect on myself and think to myself, like, what type of person am I? To snap off just because a person is saying good morning. It makes me feel like it's something deeper within me that I have to
no,
work
it
on.
ain't you because it's all about the tone. It's all about the tone and how she's saying it as well. So of course, you accepting it, you hearing it how she's saying it, but it's the fact that she's saying it the way that she's saying it, which makes it an issue. You
Okay,
know,
because I be feeling like I'm tripping. Like I can't be this evil of a person. I'm not turning into my grandpapa where you know what I'm saying? You say good morning, don't talk to me. Like, ain't good, ain't nothing good about today. Like, damn, you woke up, did you? Like, you
yeah,
know,
that's what that
it's
shit is. People don't know
yeah.
how to communicate, so they feel as though, oh, if I just speak, that's good enough. But if you didn't speak and it wasn't sincere, then you could have kept your good morning or your hey or whatever the fuck you would want it to be. You don't even really have to do it because you gonna
Yeah.
piss me off just by seem like you going out. It seems like you going out your way to piss me off when you speak
Mm,
all dry like that.
yeah. That's a fact. It's just yeah. Okay, so I ain't tripping then. Cool. I be wanting to knock bump. Like, ooh. Like that.
Mm.
Stop talking to me.
Because their son, not only do you like you say they got some on your son record with some BS or whatever, but then now you
Yeah.
gotta think about if you go out there and you do something to her now, you and your son got some you
But
know
it's say school and I don't even go there. That's just gonna be funny. Oh my god. It's not gonna be funny. I take that back. It's comical when you think about it for the moment because you know you're not gonna do anything, right? So it's like your better judgment kicks in. So it's kind of comical to think like, because bro, when I tell you, I felt like sis when she say I fight kids. I wanted to put my son uniform on and be like, so what's all that shit you was talking on me? You know what I'm saying? You messing with my little brother, like, you
Right.
know, they just
Let me
pop
start.
on one up.
You have issues out of the school. It'd be best to sometimes just, but then at the same
Walk
time,
away.
them people don't be understanding that you don't have the convenience of taking your child from this school and or moving them to another school, different things like that. Because like you just like you can't have a good, but I recommend that you do go out there and have a one-on-one with that principal or whatever, you know. And I don't want these other people to be, but see, I feel some type of way like that. Like when my son was having behavior problems in school, and we'll go out to the school to meet with the principal, and the principal will come like supposed to meet with me and his mama, but then
Mhm.
she got all these other staff members in here like somebody finna do something to her.
Yeah, and see
You
that
know?
that's exactly how it was too when I had went because they didn't call the meeting. I had to call a meeting. So that was grounds right there. And I'm just like I felt as a mother, I felt just so hurt because I felt like I couldn't protect my baby as far as get him a lawyer. And it's not even about like no money or nothing like that. Like this was a case that needs to be presented. You know what I'm saying? This was going to set precedents against this bullying situation because I noticed that a lot of these schools are not reporting the bullying to these kids' parents. Like they really
Right,
not. And there's been a couple incidents where my kids have came home and told me like, they said something, but they was the ones that was told, oh, go sit down, they'll handle it, but nothing has happened. So it's like, when you see these kids that's getting bullied, then all of a sudden they go rat a tat tat, ratatouille, you like, well, this kid was a bad kid. Like, no, stop it. You know what I'm saying? These kids are the kids that get bullied and they get sick of getting bullied and they get sick of these teachers and these staff not doing nothing about it. Because sometimes these teachers and staff really be cool with these other parents and be going out and, you know what I'm saying, and lunches and all this stuff like that, or they be donating a certain amount of funds to the schools and stuff. Like this type of stuff happens. So
right,
certain kids get exempt because their parents are rich or it's about who they know and stuff like
right.
that. So man, it's rough for these kids. And it's like if somebody don't stand up and say something, it's gonna continue to get out of hand. It's gonna continue to get out of hand. And it's like the news don't tell you everything. I bet you half these kids that probably went rat tat tat, not giving them an excuse or a way out is no excuse for doing what they did. I'm not excusing it, but at the same time, it's kind of like when you back a kid into a corner or just any person, period, into a corner where they feel like, you got authority figures not protecting you and they don't feel protected, what you think they gonna come do? They gonna come out the corner swinging, for dear life. So it's like you suspend this bully or you don't suspend this bully. Either way it go, I'm still facing these consequences days later or the next day, regardless of the fact. So the kid feels like they danged if they do, they danged if they don't. Then it's like they go home, you don't know what they facing at home, or the parent can't do but so much once the kid gets home and the kid tells them, that something happened at school. So it gets rough. It really does get really, really rough, and
And it's
stuff.
because they
So,
not addressing they not addressing the
hmm,
underlying issues. You
yeah,
know, and that makes it where you as a parent uh you have to come in and like number 8 gonna go into number 9. If
okay,
they not addressing the underlying issues, then you as a parent have to come in and be clear and to the point, and tell them what's going on with your son,
Mhm.
and what they need to do is as far as putting your son in a position for him to be able to get his education. Because guess what? If you pull your son from the school, then guess what? You got to deal with truancy. You got to deal with all this other shit. On top of you having to work a job trying to figure all this out, but then you send your son to school, and then he may be in a school where like my daughter say, some of the kids don't look like her. And she feel like those kids get favoritism, or they get called on more than she get called on different things. So I had to teach my daughter how to not look at things that way.
Yeah.
I also talk to the teacher as well. You
Yeah.
know, but if you doing things to a point to where a 7-year-old can identify with it, then that's a problem.
Yeah. And see, that's pretty much what it was. It was like they pretty much racially profiled my son because, again, like your daughter, my son don't look like them, you know. And you seen my son. So they pretty much just was like, oh, well, he walks around like he got a dark cloud, over him. He's always standoffish to himself. He's always wearing his hoodie. Well, I would too if I was getting bullied all the time and none of y'all is doing nothing about it. But yet, it seems to me that y'all grown asses wants to be all in this little boy business like that. If he by himself, let him be by himself. Just because he ain't trying to hold hands and kumbaya, run up the hallway and get into fights and stuff, that don't mean something is wrong with him. It's like they didn't take into consideration that he gets, citizenship awards and stuff, but they slapped this stuff on my baby record. And now, thank God that, his father is in his life, because his father and his aunt basically was like, no, we not finna take this. So what they did was they pretty much took him. He's staying with them now. They got him into homeschool, where a school that was willing to accept him pretty much gave him a laptop and all this stuff like that. So now he's being homeschooled, which
Okay,
I
that's
hear,
good.
yeah, I hear a lot of people say that's actually a lot better, and I'm kind of glad, and it actually is a lot better for him. So it worked out in his favor, but it's just the fact of that is on my baby's record. So it's like when he goes to try to get into like Harvard or a good top-notch school, and they see that, they could say no. Or if something goes wrong, and they see that on my baby's stuff, they can instantly be like, oh, your son a troublemaker. He had this on his record. Like, do you
Now,
know how?
none of that, if he's depending on the age that any
Hmm.
of this stuff took place, that stuff will never show up. But you just have to do the necessary stuff to get it cleared. Because
Exactly.
at this point he's still a kid.
Hmm.
That's why they started changing these laws now. How these kids were getting convicted to life sentences. If 13, 14 years old, doing all this, you know, because still by the time a kid gets from a kid to an adolescent to an adult, like those are so many stages of life and so much different, so much can change. But
Yeah.
like you said, he's out of the school now, so that's a blessing that he don't have to be around that type of pressure and feeling like he have to defend himself because he is different. But
Yeah.
those people don't believe in certain things because guess what? Like I've seen parents literally had to put recorders in their children backpacks and different things like that because the teachers don't want to listen that what the kids are saying is happening. The teachers are saying, "Oh, it ain't happening." So, boom! Now here it comes. These kids coming back with these recorders and different devices, and then now the parent is actually hearing what's going on. You know,
Hmm.
so how can y'all defend this? Like, I literally like when my son was in the school, like and they would tell my son all type of crazy stuff like, "Oh, you have a behavior problem. But it's okay. When you get mad, just walk out of the classroom. Come to the office. You can just stump your feet." Or they put my son in a room with pads and like, "Oh, you mad? You can just go in here and punch the wall and get some of the steam off." Man, I drove all the way from Minnesota
Mm-hmm.
12 hours to where my son live at. Went out to that school. I say, first of all, my son is only 7 years old. He don't have no permission to walk out of no classroom. This
Right.
is the teacher classroom. That's y'all first mistake. I say, where I'm from in the South, children don't have say so when it comes to a school. So what y'all doing? Y'all setting my son up for failure. I say him getting mad, he don't have a choice to get mad. He have a his only option he has is to come to school, come to class, and learn. But the things that y'all are doing, y'all are setting it up for him to make bad choices and continue to make bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
As he get older. So now you labeling him, and as y'all pass him from one grade to the next grade, y'all sending this report with him as well. I say, but I tell you this, I bet y'all don't have no more problems after him when he come back to the school after this 3-day suspension. I stayed down there. When I say I wore his ass out, I wore his ass out. Sent him back to that school. I was headed back home. His mama called me. He done got in trouble again. I turned all the way back around. I was almost like 2 hours away. Headed back home. I turned back around and drove back. Got on his ass again, but this time I really got on. Right now to this day, he talk about that last ass whooping I gave him. Right now, right now to this day. Because I ain't gonna let y'all set mine up for failure because y'all
I
ain't
know
teaching
that's right.
y'all this. Y'all ain't telling y'all it's okay to get mad. It's okay to stomp 5 times and blow off steam. Y'all ain't putting y'all children in no closed room with pads on the wall telling them to punch the wall, all type of crazy shit. Like y'all ain't telling y'all kids that, but this is what y'all want to teach our kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to walk out of a classroom while your teacher is teaching because you feel like you don't want to sit in there. He don't have no
Right.
type of authority. Those people were looking at me like, I was like, and I meant that. I told him, go right here, go to this teacher. So, Karen, the teacher acting all timid, like she said, scared. Apologize to this lady. What's wrong with you? You weren't raised to do this. You ain't taught to do this. No people looking at me like, well, dad is they sitting up here talking about he won't listen to nobody. So tell him you gonna call. Tell him you gonna call me. Stop calling his
Right.
mom. Tell him you gonna
Mm-hmm.
call me. Sure. I'll tell you right now to the day, my son, he 10, 10. He talk about that same whooping from when he was 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? You have to be the voice for your child. And you have to make sure your child is being put in the best position to succeed. Because once these people put that label on them, guess what? They just gonna leave them behind. They not gonna even worry about them. Not gonna try to deal with them. They don't want to listen to them. How do I get in trouble for defending myself?
Yeah. That's just like the work law that they got at my job. They say like if you fight, or even if you defend yourself, then both y'all get fired. Nah, it's cool, both y'all get fired, but shoot, I'm just gonna put it like this. I don't think that that's right because it's like if a person walking up on you, you don't just stand there and let nobody whoop up on you. Like, no, man, forget that. We gonna go for the gusto. Say we both gonna be out anyway, even if you don't fight though.
I ain't got it either. For the equipment, only for the trucks. Normally the company use up.
But yep, even if you don't fight, like even if you don't swing and that person just wailing you down to the ground, you still gonna get fired. Like, nah, nah, that ain't happening. But that's just the policy they got. Let's see.
Okay. Well, we
Number
got number
10.
10, and that's gonna
Okay.
be it.
And say, remember you're a team. Okay. So I do always remember the people that are subscribed to me, as far as like certain ones that I always see, I definitely do make sure that I give them shout outs, and I do try to do like the giveaways, the free giveaways and stuff. So that's kind of like my way of giving back to my team, for supporting me, like the ones that do support me, that, not saying like just because you donate or just because always there, like, shoot, stuff like that. Like the people that's actually helping me get to where I need to get to and helping me check off my little boxes and stuff so I can get monetized. Those are the people that I make sure that I try to insert into my free giveaways and stuff like that, and help support their channels if they have one, stuff like that.
Right, that's a good thing. But that's one of the biggest things. Remember your team. That's what I try to do. Always, remember the people that I see. That's why I tell people one thing about when you come back. If you new, you gonna stick out like a sore thumb because I'm used to seeing, just the names that you used to seeing. Any
Yeah.
different name always stick out. No matter how busy your chat is, if a new person come in, you gonna notice.
Hmm. That's true. That's definitely true. And well, I definitely noticed because, like I say, everybody that's in as far as like that subscribed to me, that does come and that was coming faithfully when I first started out, they have an actual wrench. So the new people that come in, they ain't got no rent. So that's easy for me to be able to spot them out. But for the most part though, I definitely have to do better when it comes to basically like having a upbeat voice and stuff like that. Cause I like, not saying my voice is kind of like dreary or downy, or depressed or nothing like that. But like sometimes I don't feel all that, pit pit cheerio and all that. Like I don't I don't be feeling like all that sometimes, but I do try to keep, little jokes, little silly little phrases or whatever, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just me. I don't talk all the time, but I'll say like little things or have little conversations. I try to put my link down so people can actually come up and ask questions and stuff. But for the most part, I guess people just really enjoy watching and listening to like the little um what's that,
You
the
been
little
running them
soft
shorts
beats and
up.
stuff.
You been running them shorts up over there.
Huh, yeah. Yeah. Did you see that last one though?
I ain't seen I think the last time I seen you had, was it a live you was doing, or was you was talking about making a calendar?
Yeah. But I had put some new shorts up. I'm always putting new shorts up. So I'm surprised. Like them shorts, man, them shorts used to run numbers. I swear when I first started doing it, them shorts used to run numbers. Now they run slow. I don't know what. But it is what it is with that. But yeah, you should check out some of them shorts, especially like when people are upset, sad, or what I'm saying, whatever and whatnot. I try to tell people all the time, like, shoot, go check out them shorts. I'm telling you, them shorts that have you freaking dying laughing, because I'll be cracking up. Yeah. I'm probably the only person that watch most of my shorts because I'll be cracking up. I don't care. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got this video. I want to put this video out so bad. I want to put this video out so damn bad because I know this shit gonna get views through the roof. I know it is.
Why you
But
laughing about it?
uh,
Why you laughing about it?
because this video, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you, and you gonna tell me if I should put it out or not. Cause I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, and I ain't trying
Don't
to get
get
on the.
your page took down or nothing like that.
No,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get my page taken down. But at the same, it's just for shits and giggles. It's just it's just for shits. I'm gonna say the thing. It's just for shits and giggles. But it's funny as hell though. But this is gonna give me like views throughout the roof if I release this video. And I'm mad because I been should have did it a couple days ago. Because the couple days ago when the shit first went down and
Yeah.
Dana was going off, I should have hit the button on that shit then because he would have been done. He'd have been dying laughing. I should have hit that shit then. That would have been a perfect timing for it. Perfect timing for it. So I'm gonna send it to you first. Let me know if I should do it or not. If I should do it. And then if I do it, I don't know what's gonna happen
Oh,
afterwards,
yeah.
but
The people gonna come over there. They gonna call
man,
the Cadbury on you.
I'm telling you, you already know, and that's the thing. Like I just don't want. It's just for shits and giggles. I don't want no problem. I don't want the smoke. I don't want the smoke. I don't want the smoke. But this shit is funny, and it needs to get put out, and I'm going to put it out. But like you said,